What is up, bros and broettes? I'm Inkslasher, and today we're going to be talking about this new massive patch that came to Black Ops 3 yesterday. Now, I wanted to wait and make this video today because I wanted to have all the information and be able to tell you exactly how the buffs and nerfs to the weapons actually work and how they feel now in-game. Before we get into any multiplayer buffs or anything like that, let's start off with the big thing, the new menu screen, the one you can see right here. So this obviously takes place in the black market, and I believe I have more information on this than any YouTube video I've seen so far. So if you learn something new in this, it would be fantastic if you could hit that like button. We've been getting so many likes lately, and it's really, really appreciated. So if you enjoy, hit that like button. But this is a new black market menu, as you can obviously see. Now, off to the right, we can see the reward progress, and then off to the left, we can see this massive amount of writing. This massive amount of writing is gibberish. It means absolutely nothing. I believe it's Latin, and it just doesn't mean anything. It doesn't translate to anything in Latin. It means absolutely nothing. So why would they put this massive amount of writing there? It's actually a placeholder, and in fact, many developers just place Latin text into their game to kind of put something there so that they know they can put text there in the future. So there will be some text there eventually. There is just currently nothing there as of yet. And basically what this means is that they're just simply not done this screen yet. Now, I'm sure they could kind of fix this or put in different text with a silent patch, just like they do every day when they have the new message on the screen. I'm sure they're going to be able to do this without releasing a whole nother patch, and I'm sure this screen is going to be coming out very soon. Now, what exactly is this screen and what is it going to be giving us? So the rumor is that this is going to be a way to unlock the black market weapons. So like the HG40, the FFAR, the MX Garand, all of those, this is going to be the way to unlock that. Unfortunately, that's not what I think this is. I don't think that's that at all. If you go and watch the video I made earlier this week talking about blackjack character gear and how the mercenaries really don't make sense as of right now, I'll put a link on the screen right here. But this video I talked about how there is no new side bets for blackjack, and the reward system for playing as blackjack really doesn't make any sense. I think this right here is going to be an answer to that, and it's really cool that I made a video about it and now we are kind of getting an answer. I don't think this is going to be for weapons. I would love it to be for weapons. I just really don't think they're just going to give away free weapons. I think this is more going to be for blackjack character gear. You're going to have to complete challenges, and when you complete the challenges playing as blackjack, the more you complete, the more rewards you'll get per week, as you can see by this like reward thermometer we can see on screen. But we don't know anything about that yet. I gave you as much information as I have, and if that's enough for you guys, it would be great if you could leave a like. But let's get into the multiplayer changes. So first of all, there is a couple specialist changes. So first of all, Outrider's Sparrow, it increased the speed to maximum arrow charge. So in other words, the speed it takes to fully pull back that bow is a little bit faster, and also increased fire rate, which is good. The Sparrow, in my opinion, is the worst specialist weapon, so this is good. And then they nerfed the Tempest. They reduced the beam size. Now I assume this just means the hitbox of where you can hit people with the Tempest is going to be a little bit smaller, a little bit harder to get that Tempest shot on target. There's also a change to the black market, and it now shows you this little banner above new items. So when you unbox new items, it'll show you that indeed this is a new item. I assume this is for more casual players who don't do their research online and don't see what is new coming to the game, so they're kind of more rewarded for getting these new items, which is just a little bit of polish, I guess, they're adding into the black market. Next up, we're going to be looking at the weapon buffs and nerfs, and to me, this is one of the biggest patches ever to come out, because this really changes the meta of Black Ops 3 in a huge, huge way, and I will explain it as we go through. So we'll start off with the SMGs. First of all, the Kuda. Kuda got a massive, massive nerf, and this is big because this was considered to be one of the best weapons in the game. So reduced 3-hit kill damage range and reduced 5-hit kill damage range. So all in all, the ranges are just worse on this weapon, and one of the claims to fame of the Kuda was this awesome 3-hit kill range. That is no longer there. It can no longer compete with like something like the KN-44 with that damage range anymore, which is just surprising. It's pretty much been like that through the whole life cycle of Black Ops 3. Next up, the VMP. This is considered by many people to be the best gun in the game. Reduced recoil stability. This is very noticeable. If you hop in the game today and you try out that VMP, it is no longer very easy to aim with that weapon. You now kind of have to use like a grip and a boa instead of just being able to use the boa to reduce that recoil. This is a big deal. I'm really interested to see what this is going to be like with pro players. Also, on top of that, the Vesper got a buff. It says increased recoil stability. So whereas the VMP had more recoil, Vesper now has less recoil. I haven't been able to try this weapon out yet, but I'm going to be trying it out later today in the stream, so you guys can pop by. The Twitch link is down in the description. So Vesper got better recoil, VMP worse recoil. So there was a slight nerf to the Man of War, and this one was interesting because this was the only normal assault rifle that got screwed with. So you got reduced reload speed and reduced aim down sight speed, which is, I guess, kind of makes sense with a higher damage, low fire rate weapon, which you kind of want to keep your distance with. I guess it kind of makes sense, but I don't know. And next up, we got some black market weapon buffs, just buffs all around, and this is concerning to me. So for example, the HG40 increased 3-hit kill damage range. This doesn't improve it that much. It makes it a little bit better at that short range, just because you can have a longer short range where you're going to get a 3-hit kill damage. And that's good, but this weapon still has a really, really low fire rate. So overall, it's still kind of the same as it was before, just with a little bit longer of a 3-hit kill range, kind of. The MX Garand, a big buff to this one. Increased reload speed, increased recoil stability, and increased hip fire accuracy. This makes this weapon a lot better. With less recoil and smaller hip spread, you're going to be able to do a lot more damage with this thing. You still have the little weird thing where you can't press the reload button, you got to empty your magazine, but now there's a faster reload speed with that, so that improves that. And then the biggest one, this is by far the best weapon in the game now. I hate to say it, but this weapon has a better time to kill than something like the KN-44. It has a better time to kill than the HVK, and all around, I don't know why they did this. They increased the recoil stability of the FFAR, they increased the hip fire accuracy, and increased the aim down sight speed. The only bad thing about the FFAR now is it has a really long reload speed for an assault rifle. You can fix this with some fast mags or extended mags, but still, to me, this is the best weapon in the game now. It shoots so fast, and the recoil, you don't even need to use a grip anymore. You can just throw a boa on there or a recon sight, something like that, and that will control the recoil just fine with this weapon, and you just don't need to use a grip, and it fires so fast with a really good damage profile. This one is shocking to me. This one is shocking that they buffed this weapon. I already thought it was good, and now that there's so little recoil, this weapon is amazing. If you have the FFAR, you definitely want to give this one a shot now, because I tried it out, and this thing is just a bullet hose now. This shocks me. But clearly what they were doing here is they were nerfing SMGs, the good SMGs like the Kuda and VMP, and making assault rifles better. They're trying to make it more of an assault rifle game right now, which is odd because I already thought it was an assault rifle game because of the attachment high caliber. If they would have nerfed high caliber and then did this, this would have made sense to me. But because of the attachment high caliber, this is just insane. For example, with the FFAR, I was running a boa to reduce that recoil, and honestly, that's all you need to reduce the recoil now. High caliber, and then I was using a stock. With this, I was annihilating people. I highly recommend using this, and it's very, very good. So other than those weapon changes, there was a couple new medals added into Fracture. Basically, they are just for depositing certain amounts or killing people with certain amount of Fracture pieces. I'm not going to go too in depth to that. If you want to learn that, I'll leave a link to the entire patch notes down in the description. And then the rest of the stuff was just kind of bug fixes with maps and the new maps and that kind of thing. So overall, I like this. I like that they're changing up the meta. It's really odd that they're trying to make it such a assault rifle heavy game. It interests me. Also, the biggest piece of news out of any of this, Vondahar tweeted out yesterday saying that he thought that they were going to buff sniper rifles in this. We don't know what the buff coming to sniper rifles is going to be, but we know there's a buff coming. Whether that's going to be adding aim assist, I don't know, but he tweeted out this yesterday, and I really hope he's adding aim assist to sniper rifles like we've seen before. Sniper rifles are just a little weak in this game. That's the only way of saying it. But let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Did you enjoy this patch? Is this patch a little too much? Overall, I think this is probably pretty good for the Call of Duty community. I like when they switch up the meta a little bit. I wish they did this kind of thing a little more often, like I talked about a couple days ago. But it's good to see that they're actually making some initiative and changing up some things in the game, making it a little more interesting. But let me know what you think about everything we talked about in the comment section below. The one other thing I will say is with the buffs to the black market weapons, it would make sense for them to add in a reward system for more people to get black market weapons, like we talked about at the beginning of this video with the new menu. It would make sense for them to add that in. However, you got to remember, this is Activision, this is Call of Duty. They are pretty money hungry, and I would be surprised to see them give away free DLC weapons like that. So we'll have to wait and see. As soon as we hear anything about that new menu, I'll release a video for that. My guess is we'll be hearing about it next week when it's the weekly challenges update. That's when we're going to get the new reward system. So, like I said, I'll let you know as soon as I know. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like rating. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I upload new Call of Duty videos every single day of the week. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love every single one of you guys. And until next time, peace out.
Maybe you should take it slow. a dream.